Hi everybody, welcome to my HubPages account. This is Jericho Usher. I'm going to walk you through a tutorial that shows you how to create hop links within your HubPages. Now you can use these on other sites to send somebody to one of your hubs to a direct picture within your hub, which can be a heading to a section that you want them to read. For example, if you have a hub that has 5 or 6 different topics in there and you want to specifically talk about one part of that topic from another website, you can link them directly to that specific section. Now they can read the whole page if they want to, but that just starts them off in the right place. Now to show you how to do this, I basically ran into this by accident. I needed a picture for one of my hubs and I couldn't get the image capsule, for example. You go in there and you need to add a picture. Well, you have an arsenal of pictures that you can choose from your hubs, but if you have 389 hubs, you're going to have a lot of pictures. So in order to get to that picture, I basically just typed in hub traffic, which will take me to the basic search page. Now in the search page, I noticed that the rewards of actively participating on HubPages, and this is actually the picture I was looking for, ironically, but what I noticed when I clicked on this picture, it took me directly to the picture inside of a hub, which means that there's a hop link set up that allows this to happen. Now, a quick look up here in the URL, and I noticed that there's actually a token in the URL. A token is basically a command that either the browser or the software on HubPages itself, the HubPages infrastructure or code, reads this and knows that there's a token. Behind this token, there's code that it runs. It'll actually tell them to look for an image on the URL, and based on the way that they have it coded, which from the way it's working, it looks like this URL is the URL to your actual hub. And this could be your hub, this could be someone else's hub, it's going to be any hub within the HubPages network. Okay, so it's going to look for this URL, and then the last part of it is actually the picture name. Now when you upload a picture to HubPages, it doesn't show up on HubPages as the name that you uploaded it to. I do believe that they keep somewhere in a cache the name that you assigned to that picture, because it does show up in Google Images under the name. Now, it's also possible to just use the caption as that. But when you click this picture and then you go to save it, which is how I actually grabbed this number we need, you're going to see a 5 or 6 digit number, which is probably going to get bigger as more and more pictures are put on HubPages. Now all you have to do is copy this number, cancel out of this, and then use that in the link, which I'm going to show you in a second. I have set up a test page because we actually have to push this live to test the hop links to see them work. You can't test them within the preview, you can't test them in any other way than to publish them and actually click on them to see if they work. The best time is right when you publish the hub. To get that internal traffic surge, you want to make sure this is working right away. So if it doesn't work, you want to quickly go in and try and fix it. I would suggest creating a test hub and going through the motions, teaching yourself how to do everything just like I've done here. I know that HubPages doesn't like it when you publish test hubs, but if you publish it and pull it down pretty quickly and you don't give it any kind of a name that anybody else would want, it should be okay. Basically what hop links are used for is a table of contents in a lot of sites. And what that means is that you need to have at the very top here a text, and inside your text capsule you need to have a table of contents. So let's just go ahead and name this table of contents, or TOC. You can do some fun things with it, such as putting it in the middle here and giving it some bullet points and bold printing, of course. Now what we're going to do with each of these is we're going to convert these all into hyperlinks. First thing we need to do is to get our URLs and our pictures. So let me go to that first. You can actually make this look a lot better. I'm just going to do a very basic tutorial here to show you what everything does. Now the magic in this process is getting that number from the picture. What I'm going to do is just basically set up a text file so I can grab these real quick. Now if you come up here, you notice that this is the name of the hub, and you're going to be able to see this if the hub is published or if the hub is not published, if it's not in edit mode. So you want to get out of edit mode so that you can get this. This is your base URL, that's what you need. And you'll be able to use this throughout the entire hub. The only thing you're going to change beyond the token, which we're going to add now, the token is just basically a £, which tells it that it's a token and it needs to be initiated. And the token itself is img underscore URL underscore. Now that's going to stay the same on every single picture. The only thing that's going to change is what picture you're going to link to. This token is going to basically say go to this page, grab an image from the URL and the image number, and that's the number we grabbed earlier. Now we're going to grab that number for each one of our pictures on the page. And to do that, you basically just click on the picture in preview mode, right click, save image as, copy. Okay, once you have all these set up, the only thing you're going to need is the number to each of the pictures. And we're going to set those up by chapter. But what I'm going to do, just to show you how a book kind of hub would be set up, I created a bunch of pictures in Photoshop, and I just used the same template and I changed it to chapter 1 and then gave it a name. And then I just keep changing this and saving this as a JPEG file. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into edit mode so I can add the chapter pictures or the header pictures. Since they're going to be the actual anchors to the different chapters, I'm going to set them up so that they become kind of a banner. Because as soon as it hops down to that part of the page, it's going to put that picture at the very top of your browser. And so using header pictures is the best way to go. Basically, once you have all those done, the first thing we need to do is go into each of the chapters and add a picture. And then you're going to choose photos. And then I'm just going to start with chapter 1. And once it's in there, you can just add it. There you go, you got a chapter heading. This is also going to be your hop link. And you just go to the second chapter and do the same thing. And the same with all the chapter heading. And for this is Google and any kind of search engine. This is SEO. They can't read the pictures, so you need to have the words in here. And I don't think people will mind a little bit of redundancy. And it's best to have it as a title in a whole new text capsule. So it's good to break your hub into capsules because of that reason. Now once we have all of our pictures set, we need to get the numbers on the pictures. And to do that, we need to be out of edit mode. I want to take this opportunity to shrink your page so you can get to everything quickly. And we need chapter 1. So you just scroll down, click on chapter 1, cancel, and paste it. Go to the second one, we need chapter 2. It's great because it gets rid of the .jpeg. If you put the .jpeg in there, it will not work. And you continue doing this. Next thing to do is to plug them in. This is the easy part. You're going to go back into edit your hub. The link's already built. All you have to do is grab them and plug them in. And you're done. Okay, open this. It's exactly perfect. Now obviously if they're going to be longer, you're not going to need, if they're going to be shorter, you're not going to need as many of these chapter headings. If they can go to chapter 4 and it's only 2 paragraphs down, they're not going to want to come all the way up here to click on that. We have the conclusion. And there you go. That's all you have to do to create hop links. Have a good day. Thank you.